Ben Foden, welcome back to Sportsvibe TV, and a lot has happened since we last met. Namely, you've become a dad, you've got married, and it's the start of a new season. Happy days.
Happy days, yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, it's all a bit hectic, but all good fun.
And is the Ben Foden of today slightly different from the Ben Foden of the Six Nations when we last caught up with you?
I suppose I sort of have to be, really, don't I? I've got a degree of responsibility. I don't feel any different, but obviously I have to act a little bit different. But people tell me that I've changed a little bit.
Do they?
Yeah.
In what way?
Just saying I'm a bit more punctual, a bit more responsible. It's old age kicking in, I think, Ian, that's what it is.
You got a little mouth to feed now. I mean,
exactly.
A lot of sports people who have start having kids do talk about perspective and also responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think it does. It also makes, puts life into perspective as well. You know, we've got a little baby to sort of feed and look after, and she's going to grow up, and she's going to, want to know that what her dad's been doing with his life, and I want to do as well as I can in my career to sort of support and put her through school and and teach her the rights and wrongs in life, and hopefully doing that as a professional sportsman will lead her in the right direction.
And when you have a bad day at the office, which of course in your case doesn't happen often, but when you do, I guess when you come home, it's pretty hard to sort of keep up the bad mood, isn't it? Because you've got a gurgling, smiling little girl.
Yeah, I think that's good though as well. That's another thing that I've always thought that's been very important for me as a player, is that I separate my career away from my life outside rugby. It's very easy to let rugby dominate your whole life, especially in my family, because my dad's so massive rugby enthusiast. My brother played rugby, all my mates play rugby, and it's easy to sort of get swamped in that world. So it's nice that you can sort of pull yourself out of it and disappear off into this whole other world. And I used to use Una's music and her career to sort of do that and sort of take me away from rugby, but now with family life and like you say, with the little one waiting for you to come back from work, and she lights up as soon as you walk through the door, it sort of gives you that get out as well. And like you say, you can't really stay angry for very long.
And you've done the decent thing and got married as well, and that was that sounded like a whole load of fun.
It was, yeah. Who have you been speaking to about that?
Well, you.
Me.
Actually, beforehand, you went through what was going to happen. Presumably, it all happened.
Well, apart from the horse racing got cancelled because it was waterlogged. So we ended up having 32 Englishmen dressed as in top hats and waistcoats sitting in a tiny pub, in Nellie's pub in Tipperary, thinking what we're going to do. So we organised to go to... Where did we go? Clonmel dog races, that's where we went. And it literally is it's like a shed with a sandpit. And Jack Russell's running around it, and literally there was no one there. We all rocked up and literally had an awesome time. We drank the place out of the booze, and went out into Clonmel and met the locals and embraced the whole thing. It was awesome. And then every day it got better or worse, however you look at it.
You had a golf day?
Had a golf day, yeah, and Ashy and Danny Kerr and all those boys were extremely well behaved. And yeah, that led into a night of festivities back at the hotel or the house where we were all staying, and then obviously the wedding day ran a bit more smoothly. Yeah,
fantastic. So the blink of an eye, your dad and your husband, and it's all happened.
I know.
Over the last few weeks.
And who would have thought it? If you asked any of my friends 5 years ago who would be the last to get married and the last to have kids, that have all said me, and I'm the first. So.
Well, come on, I mean, the story's even better than that, isn't it? Because you see this pretty young Irish singer, and she's nice, and maybe I can get a number to you, and that's exactly what you did, and here we are. What, 3 years later, 4 years later?
I know, but you don't ask, you don't get, do you? So
well, that's a very good adage in life, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to test the waters, see how far you can get.
Yeah, so life is good, and Una's fine, and the music's going well from Saturday's point of view as well.
They're all over in LA. They're shooting a TV programme for the E! Channel, a reality TV programme to help them launch themselves in America. So it's all very exciting, yeah, and she's taking the little one with her as well, so she's already a bigger star than her dad is already at the age of 6 months.